know what I'm saying. What you saying, sweetie? You know what I'm saying, Cash.
Talk your shit.
We talking to them. Wait. See, let them talk to us. Period, Cash.
Welcome to the You Know What I'm Saying live talk show with your hostesses, Tweety and
Cash Diamond.
Yeah. So today's topic is red flags. Do you leave at the sign of a red flag, or are you Ray Charles to the BS? So that's the question. That's the question of the evening.
Sweetie, where you be coming up with these from?
Because I'm Ray Charles to the BS.
So you can't see at all?
Huh?
You can see though, right?
I'm legally blind. I can see barely, but I'm an innocent bystander.
I'll be honest. First off, I didn't even know what a red flag was until Instagram started blowing it up. That was never.
What you mean you're a red flag to the BS? What you mean?
I'm blind. I'm Ray Charles. I'm blind. I don't know what a red flag is. I color it. I color it in to be a different color.
You color it green. That's what I want to.
I color it pink, not green. Color it pink.
Oh, okay. Pink mean go. Pink
Yeah.
mean get out of jail.
See, everybody loving your hair. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's so nice. I look crazy. That's so nice. Yeah, it's really so nice. That's why I appreciate y'all. That's why I really appreciate y'all. Well, Mama Jones be wearing this style, so she don't look crazy when she wear it. You know what I mean? I look crazy when I wear it. But anyway. Anyway, and the real matter, you can keep this on the show, I don't care. The real matter, I was watching this part of it, and it's not on my head yet. I'm gonna end up missing the show if I gotta put this on too. So maybe towards the end of the show, this is gonna be on. Then I'm gonna love it. For real. But
no, I don't think that's needed. You look so cute.
So take your wig off.
Yo, shout out to Season, man.
If you don't stop, if Tweety don't stop,
First off, no, your hair. This is done. This is done.
Tweet. Take your hair off. I really want to.
No, seriously. I look like Feely. You look so cute. What are you talking
about? I feel like people love me. Like, let me see a real head. Let me see him. That's a red flag. That's a red flag. You gonna tell me don't wear my wig, but you gonna leave yours on. That's a red flag. You see, Tweety don't know her red flag. That's a red flag right there. I'm gonna put Tweety on these red flags. So yes, by the time people see me tomorrow at work, I'm be ready tomorrow. I'm be ready tomorrow. But today, we had to start the show. So yes, let's get into it about these red flags. And I feel like, I like how she put it like being Ray Charles, but I feel like even Ray Charles could see some of these red flags. I'm not gonna lie. Who said Frederick Douglass? Who played it?
That's what your mother-in-law said. She said, "Thank you. I'm looking like Frederick Douglass now."
Oh, I thought she was saying I look like Frederick Douglass. Wait. Well, she usually look good. First. She do them styles. She look good. Me, you can ask everybody. It be looking crazy, but I'm gonna work it out. We're gonna change. We're gonna transform during the show. But yes, if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it right. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So let's get started. And let's get started about these red flags. I've been excited to talk about this. Mm-hmm. So me and Tweety tend to go last because we want you guys to get a turn. Mm-hmm. But it's up to you guys. So Tweety, go ahead. Tweety already tearing up. Tweety, where your tissue, Tweety?
I know, and he over there with his headphones. I can't even ask him.
He puts his headphones on when we start the show.
Yeah, because he watching his podcast and stuff.
He can't watch it during this time. That's a red flag.
That's a red flag?
That's a red flag.
Okay, it's a red flag.
Man, put headphones on when you're trying to do your show. That's a red flag. Let me get a witness. Can I get an amen? This tea is good. This tea is piping hot, okay? That is a red flag. I guess nobody want to put Tweety out there. Nobody want to say, oh, amen. I should know. How you going to put his headphones on? Well, listen, like really quick, we're going to start. But why till I was playing the songs for it to come on for us to do the advertising. And the song said, if she liking everybody, pitch on Instagram, that's a red flag. Why till I on the car? Like, yeah. Relax yourself. It's just a picture. I feel like you can like pictures. That's not a red flag. But like I said, we're gonna let y'all talk.
It depends on the type of picture it is.
If it's a regular picture, like for like, you like our picture, I'm like our picture. That's not a red flag. That's loyal, like, you know, followers. I'm getting new follower. I don't think about it like that. He think about like if a girl like more than 2 pictures, they trying to get with you. I don't think like that. You know what I mean?
The first thing.
Right. But I don't think like that. I don't think like that. But yes, let's get into these red flags, Petey. Go ahead, take it away.
So, like I was saying, I think y'all just made up this word red flags. This was never around when we were younger growing up, unless we didn't really hear about it. But until Instagram last year, 2 years ago, was talking about red flags, we never heard about a red flag before. So I think this is real fake.
No. What's fake is that? What's fake is that you feel like they called you out on it. That's what you feel, right? You feel like you feel it because you're experiencing red flags and you want to avoid them, so you want to say it's fake. It ain't fake, girl. It ain't fake. Listen, it ain't fake. Like, it ain't fake. Red flags is real. It's real and it's red. Exactly. It's real and it's red. I'm guilty of that too. Like, I wish my best friend would come on. We guilty of like changing flags to colors that we want them to be, you know, and asking God for 4, 5, 5, 7, 8 time signs, and we ignore them every time. But yes, can you tell us one of the red flags before everybody get? Tell me which red flag you painted pink.
A red flag I painted pink. The drinking.
Yo, Tweety go deep. Yo, Tweety, you gonna have to let Tweety go so deep. I feel like I just got.
You asked me a question.
But like, people ask me questions every day, and I don't be like, well, all this is going on. Like, you could kind of like not thinking this. Tweety, wait.
Because I feel like he really don't have no red flags except for that one thing. I really feel like he don't have no red flags unless I don't know. That's what I'm saying. In case you don't look at me like that. Unless
Tweety, tweet. First of all, you go so deep. If a cop pull you over and ask you why I pulled you over, you gonna say because I was doing 100 on the highway, or you gonna say I don't know?
So when they pulled me over, like I got pulled over on my birthday a couple of years ago. I said, it's my birthday. Why are you doing this to me? He just let me go with a warning. So I took my way out of it. I don't be like, this is what I was doing.
But the moral of the story, I asked you what red flag you painted pink. You could have kept it light.
Like, why you don't? I feel like you don't have any red flags. Like I said, though, I don't know what a red flag is. I just be ignoring them.
Drinking is a red flag. Drinking is a red flag if you got a problem with it. If you don't got a problem with it, it's not a red flag. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of your flags.
You got a problem.
No, you got a problem. like you got the problem. He normal, girl. Like, listen. That's why he got his headphones on. He knew you about to talk about him.
Yeah, because on the ride down, I said, you know, you're the red flag.
Tweety, you're the red. Tweety. Listen. We're going to let other people go. But I got to say this. We went out and UJ, no names. UJ was like, anybody want to drink?
Okay.
UJ, catch on, Tweety. UJ was like, anybody want to drink? You know me, I don't drink. I couldn't wait to say that line. I just really been waiting for this day that I could say that line. I said, no, I don't drink, but I'll take a version, okay? And they get to her man, and she like, no, he's good. Why are you speaking for this man? That's the problem. That's the red flag. Why are you speaking for this man? Let this man answer. If you talked in the car with him and
He
said,
said no.
You said he's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
we talked about it earlier. No.
Why you spoke for him?
Because he wasn't paying attention. He was on his phone.
That's another red flag. Can you stop for tonight? Can we have the other people?
No, he was doing his content and stuff. That's good to get his content.
During family time.
Famous.
During family time.
Oh, he heard you.
First of all, he should have heard you. He should have heard me defending him, that you should let him speak for himself. That's a red flag. Tweety, you're a control freak. I didn't know how much she was a control freak until. I think I kind of knew when we went to Puerto Rico, but now I really know. You know what I mean? Like saying like, no, he's good. He's good. He don't need a drink. Like what? But I see where you get it from. Because UJ just like that. Because when Aunt Gail, what he's saying to you now, sweetie
He
girl?
walking over here. He right next to me now.
Stay
Oh,
next
what's up? I like your hair.
Thank you, right? She looks so
I
cute.
love it, yo. That's what's up.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. The real hair, please stand up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But listen, Tweety, you get it from UJ.
Well, what did Daddy say?
I said
you
no
gave away
names.
who UJ is.
I said no names.
But she said you just gave away who UJ is.
You just gave it away.
Oh, you did. You said it.
No, I did not.
All right, Keisha.
Monique, what I
Tonight-
said? Monique, what I said? Come off mute, Monique. What I said?
Oh, because when you was like, you get it from UJ because did you say Aunt Gail's not like that? So it's obviously talking about her dad.
I should have said. Why are y'all so educated? Okay, listen, the problem is, yes, but you get it from your dad. They don't know your father. Don't worry about it.
Everybody on here knows Daddy.
You get it from your dad. Because when Aunt Gail wanted the second drink, he said, no, I don't want you drunk. I'm like, between you and him, I can't be here. It's getting hot in the room. Like, it got hot. It got hot in that room fast, sweetie. Now I know where you get it from. That's why I'm so glad I don't drink.
Where's
Where-
Ashton?
Yes, exactly. Where's Ashton? Where's Ashton? Aisha, you get me. Aisha, you know, Aisha. You know. But anyways, let's move on.
Okay, what's Talal's red flag?
The Instagram? Oh, for me? Oh,
Yeah.
no, him.
His red flag that you think he has a red flag.
Oh no, I could go on and on, girl. Girl, stop. For me, he just feel like Instagram. He feel like the song, that's a red flag. I told him to come on. I'm not sending him the link. I told him to come on because he said Instagram is a red flag. Instagram is not a red flag. Instagram is what you make it. You understand? Like, if you're making it a red flag, then it's going to be a red flag. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, but my red flags for him.
I feel like social media could be a red flag depending on how the person uses it. You know, because when Instagram used to show you what people were liking, that was so messy, and you could really figure out like some of these people ain't shit. You know, like you scrolling, now you see your dude, he liking some big titty video or something like that because you know, Instagram used to be messy like that. That's why they had to get rid of it. They were breaking up happy homes with that.
Evidently, it wasn't happy then.
No. It was happy. It was happy, and then it got a little wild. But I remember what she talking about because back on Instagram, it'd be this random girl, and it'd be like, your dude and 10 other people like this photo. But like, why must they say your dude? Like every time I went to her girl photo, your dude, and XYZ other people. Like what? Like that's all they showing you is your dude and what he like.
That's how they doing it now too. They have that one name and others.
Right, but it was more before. Like it was more. Like I think you could even watch what people like. Like you could watch what your friends liked. And
yeah, like in real time, like a timeline. Like you saw what time they liked it,
yes,
and all that. You don't know when you see people liking stuff now. You don't have a clue when they liked it. They could have liked it 2 months ago, for all you know. That other stuff that Instagram used to do was so messy because it would tell you the time. If you was trying, and I'll give you an example. If you was like texting somebody or whatever, and they're not texting you back, and then you go on Instagram to that little tab, you just see 2 minutes ago they done like the big titty girl video or whatever the case is, you know. So that junk used to be messy. It was a huge red flag. Messy.
No, Angie, you ain't never lie because I used to like not answer my phone, and I best friend would be like, "But you liking pictures on Instagram? Calm down. I'm not ready to talk. I'm not ready to talk. I could like. I'm not ready to talk right now." So she ain't never lie about that. Instagram used to be digging people into holes, man. Like, supposed to be sleep, but you up liking pics. You up commenting. So yes, Instagram is a red flag. She ain't never lie. But yes,
Snapchat is a red flag too because it erases in 24 hours the messages.
Ooh, yes. That's a trap. That's not a red flag. That's a trap. And if you screenshot the conversation,
It shows you.
it show you. That's a whole. I like screenshotting. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't got Snapchat because
Now I use a different phone or something else. Like if I want to show you something, I do it and then I send it to myself to send to you.
but now everybody know you use a different phone. This tea is piping hot right now. Go ahead, Tweety, keep going.
So yeah. Would anybody like to say what a red color is? What a red color is? What a red flag is to them?
Tweety's so confused. She don't even know what the word is. Yo. Anyway, who would
Okay, I would. Can you hear me?
yes.
Okay, one of my red flags, and that was always taught this, is how he or she talks about their family. You know, you can always tell how somebody treats their family. That's how they're going to treat you.
Yes. Especially the way they treat their mother. Mm-hmm. Yep.
She ain't never lied. Go ahead, Mama Jones. If you treat your you know another red flag? Well, we're not naming all red flags, but we just naming things that you know right off the rip.
Right.
Like off the rip. Like I feel like how they talk about their family, how they talk to people. Like how they talk to people. They just don't talk to people like that. They talking to everybody like that. Don't think you special. But we I don't want to digress because like I said, we go on and on.
I kind of agree but disagree with that when it comes to family, because some people's families are not the greatest people. They're narcissistic, they're abusive, all kinds of stuff. So if let's say you're with a person and they're talking about their family in a certain way, we have no idea what their family put them through. Just because you're blood related to somebody doesn't mean that they're a good person to you. You know, that doesn't negate their actions, you know. So I do agree, like if they talking crazy and then you meet their family and the family is like there's something wrong with them because like none of that ever went on, then I definitely agree. But somebody talking about their family a certain way, you can't, I don't feel like I would necessarily put that as a red flag immediately unless other things took place for me to correlate back to that, because people are just bad people, blood related or not. Some people are just horrible, you know. So I do agree but disagree at the same time.
No, I know what you mean by that. Because I do have somebody in my family that's be lying sometime a lot. And when they meet other people and they meet us for the first time, they be like, oh, this person said XYZ and all that. Like, and I'm like, wow, that person just is a liar. You know what I'm trying to say? So it could go both ways. Because sometimes it's your experience with that person, but in other ways it's not, you know. But I do have somebody in my family who be lying all the time. And people believe them. And I can't do nothing about it. So I try to stay out of it. But then when I'm stuck back in, I'll be like, they lying. They lying. I don't got nothing to say. They lying. That's all I say. They lying. Because people could tell people who don't know them. Like, you know how people like, oh, you don't know them. You don't know them. Because you don't know them because you don't know their family. You don't know their background. But she over here making new friends and lying to people and they believe in her. So I do get what Angie's saying too.
Right.
Yeah, I understand what she's saying also, but I have somebody I got somebody, and they'll lie about me. And then when that person meets me, or if they don't meet me, he does something. And I've actually heard this person call my mother, it's like, your daughter was right. You know, so yeah, it depends on if they're lying and saying something very disgusting about you, something disgusting about their family member, chances are something's wrong with him. But you can tell how a person talks about somebody. If they're going to talk bad about their own family, there's something wrong with them, because you're not going to go out and put your family down. Even if they are a little cuckoo, you're not going to say, you know, oh, she's a bitch or something like that. You're not going to do that. You're just going to say, well, they're a little disturbed, you know, it's something else, but you're not going to really put them down like that.
Right, I can feel that. Tweet, right? You feel that, right? I feel both ways.
Yeah.
I feel that because, like I said, I got nobody's perfect, but I will never talk about that person at all. You know what I mean? Like I won't bring it up, but somebody asks about it, I'll be like, that's another story for another day. You know what I mean? Like I won't drag that person. I'm just not like that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like that's what Mama Jones saying. Like Like you would not do that to somebody. You know what I mean? Like you would not do that to somebody, but for somebody to do that to you, you gotta think like, they ready to drag that person. Something not right up here because even people that have fallen out to it, they ask about that person. Like, oh, that person. I hope that person fine. I really wouldn't know, but I would be like, oh, that person's. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't even do that. I would not do that because no, it's nobody's business. And then it's like you making people speculate what really went on. So I'd rather just be quiet. But like, no, I don't know. That's it. But people like, yeah, that person's this, that person that person this. They got a problem with that person, and you could tell right then and there.
Yeah. Would anybody else like to go? No.
This tea was so good, Tweety. Tweet.
What kind of tea was it?
It was a regular caffeine-free tea, a nighttime tea, and it has like no flavor. So I added like turmeric and all that other stuff in it.
I actually have a red flag. How people manage their money. If they're mismanaging or they're always in financial straits or struggles constantly, I'm not saying that that doesn't happen. Like, should be going on. So you might be a little without here and there. It happens. It's life. But if they're constantly in financial troubles, the reddest of the red flag, because what the hell are you doing?
I completely agree. I'm sorry. I'm Shani, Keisha's sister-in-law. I'm
Hi,
sorry.
Shani.
Hi, guys. Hi, girls. I finally got my mic unmuted. I had to get my kid to do it. But I've been listening to you guys, and I didn't mean to cut Angie off, but I've been listening to her. I've been listening to all you guys, and she's 100% right, especially with the Instagram, with the constant financial struggles, with the lying. This girl, she has it on point. Everyone, she hit the nail on the head for everyone. And with the lying, I just want to reiterate, when there's a constant thing of petty lies, when these little constant petty lies constantly start building up, trust is completely out the window. I can't trust you on a major thing. I can't trust you buying me a stick of gum. We have a problem here. So if you're not going to remove yourself, I'm going to remove myself because there's no trust here. And I'm not going to continue living like that, wondering. That's self-torture. I'm out.
That was a good one. Thank you, sister-in-law. That was a good one. And that's a fact. Like, you lying for any old thing.
Any stupid reason. Yeah.
Lie for something big. You know what I mean? You
Completely a major red flag.
Yes. My mother used to say the same, if you lie, you kill. If you steal, she here, she could correct me. I always get things messed up. But I think if you lie, you're steal. If you steal, you kill. So I don't want to be killed by these people.
I got another red flag. It's also how that person treats other people. Like if you go to a restaurant and a waiter's waiting on you, how they talk to that waiter. If they're just dismissive, or they're very rude, that's a red flag for me. I'm like, people are people.
Absolutely.
The way you want to be treated. So that's a red flag to me because it makes them feel small trying to belittle somebody else. So that's a big red flag for me.
My dude dropped his last girl because of that, because she didn't treat the waitresses and stuff was nice on their date. So he said, nah, she gotta go. So yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. Yeah.
Another thing that bothered me, I would say, like, even with like us in our relationship, like friends, like regular friends, like if you are constantly, like any relationship, if you constantly like dogging somebody out, it make me think like when we're not together, you trying to dog me out. That's just how, like no way you could, and you just was with that person, hanging out with that person, laughing, keep. And now you telling me, oh yeah, that was all for show. Only thing I'm thinking in my head, man, when we leave here, what's she gonna say about me? That's the only thing I cannot get past that. Cause like, I'm like, why we only could talk about that? Like, it's nothing else to talk about? You know what I'm saying? I got a lot to talk about.
Agree.
So that's a real red flag. That, and I see Aunt Lisa put in the chat, you're driving a bad driving record, red flag, and lost a driver's license, red flag. Because you can't pick me up, then
definitely.
What we doing? Okay, like, but yeah, definitely red flag. I'm looking for the red flag right now in the comment box to tag and say red flag. But yes, these are good red flags right here. I see a
I
lot of
have
people.
another red flag: homosexuals. Homosexuals
Ooh.
are a huge red flag. Huge, huge, huge red flag. Like one of the
Are you
worst
saying
kind of
like
red
homeless
flags.
or homo, like gay?
I like this
Homeless,
Angie girl. She got it, girl.
hobosexuals. They come around the winter time, you know, when it gets a little cold outside, or around tax season when they know
Girl.
people getting their taxes back, trying to slide their way into somebody's apartment. You know, very real, very real. They're out here and they're a menace.
It's, it's right here. She a truth talker.
Yes, see, that's our true talker right there. Like, I just feel like
She's true.
that's true.
That's
I
true.
know
And
a lot
also,
of
they have tendencies too. You could hear them when they talk and it slips out like, oh, you feeling it, huh? And they try to slip out. It don't matter what they do, huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It doesn't matter. It slips out. Girl, she's so right.
no, I feel like I know a lot of people who have like I know a lot of people who have dealt with people like that. Like they want to move in your crib instantly right away. They don't have their own crib. So to me, it's just like they kind of cling on to you to have somewhere to live, you know, and that to me is a major red flag. 'Cause I feel like dating in this age, in this year, like you need to make sure you have their own stuff because they don't have their own stuff. They coming to you, latch onto you so they can use you. Red flag.
So all these red flags y'all saying, when y'all see them in y'all person, do y'all instantly leave, or y'all give them another shot? Because y'all saying a lot of red flags, but do y'all stay with that person?
Depends.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I don't have
At
that
this
kind of
point,
patience.
when I
It's
was
either
dating, I
it
was
depends
out.
on my situation. If I can go right away, or the bottom line is a definite go. That's the bottom line. It depends on the speediness of it.
I would say if you're trying to get to know somebody, you like them, you really like them. Sometimes when you really like them, you do tend to,
Blind.
yeah, like love is blind. Like, you know, like Eve, you know, she said it best.
Yeah. Yeah.
You start to paint them another picture because you can't believe it. But another thing too, I'm gonna be clear with that. Like sometimes you really don't see it. Like no, real for real,
Right.
love is really blind.
That's
You
true.
really don't see it, and then everybody around you outside looking in, they seeing it, they trying to tell you, and you in
Yeah.
the pit, you in it, you don't even see it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like,
But then sometimes you do see it, but you're so wrapped up in that person already. You're so in love with that person. So you're like, it's all right. We could communicate through it. We could talk through it, and let's see, you know, what happens moving forward.
yeah,
But when do you give? When do you know that it's just not working and you wasting your time now?
yeah.
When does that stop?
That sometimes it's a cycle. It's the end of the cycle. Sometimes if you end up leaving that relationship, you end up getting with somebody that had the same red flags, the same
And
things,
worse.
That's
worse.
true.
And they like and you thought the grass was greener and it was rotten over there, and now you don't know. Like it's really a endless. It's an
It
endless
is a
cycle.
gamble. You're
Yeah.
right. Right. Absolutely. Hmm.
Yes, because I know I'm definitely guilty of like, you know, like, nah, that can't be true. You know what I'm saying? Like in my head, like that can't be true.
Hmm.
No, I don't even want to like you don't want to believe it. You know what I'm trying to say? And then it's like everybody telling you. So it's like, I don't know. But I feel like it's red flags in relationships, it's red flags at work, it's red flags everywhere. You see red flags everywhere you go, you're like, nah, this can't be. You know what I'm trying to
I'm
say?
thinking like
Absolutely.
this is brand new. Like this is so because everybody is a red flag.
Yeah.
Is a red flag.
Well, my mother once said a long time ago, she told my cousin this. She's like, everybody is full of it. It's just, you got to decide whether they're worth it or not.
Right.
So if they're red flags, if you can deal with their little red flags, you can, just do it. But if they got a red flag, like you cannot tolerate, like if somebody, like Tweety, like somebody drinks, or if they smoke it and you just can't deal with it, and you talk to them
Right.
about it and they don't want to do anything about it,
Right.
then it's time
Right.
to start looking at other options.
That's true. Absolutely.
That's a good one.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all went deep. You know what I'm trying to say? Like
And that's for
anybody else got a
anything.
red flag? Anybody else got a red flag that they want to say?
I see
Uh,
Damien got on. Hey, Damien.
Don't start him up, child.
I'm just saying, hey, we say hey to everybody that's trying.
Yes, hey Damien. Go ahead, talk about your red flags. Go on to the next person. Maybe he can't unmute. You don't know, he probably in a loud place. But here. Hit
What's
on me.
up, motherfuckers?
Here he go. Never mind. Bye, Damien. Bye,
Nah,
Damien.
nah.
Why
My
did you
fault, y'all.
start up?
I was in the middle of something, kicking people out. But I'm trying to catch up on the show. I know this week is supposed to be red flags. What was some things I heard and didn't hear? So that way.
Well, what's your
Oh my
red
God, I
flag? What's
can't
something
wait.
what is something that will bother you? Like something that's a red flag for you and you be like, yo, I gotta go. Or something that will bother you, but you kind of will be like, no, I could paint it another color. It's all right.
It depends. What are you talking about? Like on a date, first time meeting a person,
First time meeting a person.
bad breath, teeth, bad hair,
What you mean
oh.
bad hair? What you mean bad hair?
Yeah. Because you know what it is? Girls be trying to paint this picture now. I don't know what's going on with these baby hairs, man. They be adult hairs. It don't be
Oh,
nothing with the
yes.
babies.
I don't
So I
understand
just feel
it.
like you're
Okay, wait,
dragging
come
it.
on.
Like,
Let's calm it down. Let's bring it down because I love me some baby hairs. Okay,
no, but your baby hair is not your bang. Let's get that straight. Girl, you should not be swooping that whole goddamn bang.
And if
That's a
you
little
touching
bit
the
too extra.
eyebrows, yo,
Yeah. And then you got your whole forehead in there. And
it's
then
crazy.
you overly gelling that thing down, girl. Stop doing that. Don't do that. I don't like that. Um,
Okay, I know what you mean about that because I don't do that. Okay, I let the you know how
No,
you
you
get
don't do that. When you do it, it's cute and it's classy. When other people do it, it's touching the eyebrows, looking real stupid.
yeah. I don't like that. And then it be dry and flaky. And then not all the girls is using good products and stuff like that. We know what the good products is. They going out there, they going to the 99-cent store, they getting that little dollar gel when they laying it down, and then it's laid down for about 30 minutes looking good in the sun, and then boom, it's just stiff as hell. So if y'all girls, females think that we don't know about that shit, yeah, girl, stop using that. Get some mousse or something. Mousse be flaking up too a little bit, but
Oh,
wash that
yes,
thing
it
up.
does. In
But
fact, on my
what else?
wig,
What
I was
else?
so annoyed though.
Red flags usually I ran into some few girls that got some bad breath and they don't know what bad breath is. But
Maybe they
bad
have
breath
halitosis.
What about the guys with the
some,
bad hygiene all the way around?
no, yeah, you do got some guys with some. Oh, and I hate that. That's another thing I hate because I went on a couple of first dates before, and I noticed that a lot of girls, not a lot, but I don't know. Maybe it's the girls I'm dealing with at once upon a time, but they got the little yellow stain under their underarms from their t-shirts, and their armpits be sweating. Oh God, I hate that. I hate lint
Oh
balls.
my.
No,
Yeah,
not
I've
gonna
been into
lie.
some.
Wait, Dave, stop.
Wow, what
Relax,
are you dealing
relax,
with?
relax, relax, relax. I hate that too, but it's like something.
Like,
I feel like
You know what I'm
you get
talking.
like a white shirt.
of
Like if you get
course,
like a
that's
white
what's
shirt,
crazy.
it's like one day wear. It's like a one day wear.
Like, yo, you gotta let that go, girl. Girl still holding on to that. That shit got lint balls on it. All types of stuff. Like, let it go. Um, Definitely hygiene. Hygiene is a must. It's not too many girls that smell crazy. It's more so the dudes now. But you know what it is though? I hate females nowadays. Females that's acting like dudes.
Stop.
And I did hear a little bit of the topic where somebody said something about the dude is falling for the gay people or the trans or
What?
whatever it is. But that's because you got to remember this.
Nobody talked about that.
I heard somebody say something about it, but
No, she
this
said
thing.
homosexual. I'm hobo.
Nazi,
Oh, okay. I'm
stop.
about
You're
to say
gonna not.
because you have a no, because you have a lot of these dudes nowadays and a lot of females. A lot of females. You could go on a date right now, and I'd be on the date with a date with a female. She'd be like, "Yeah, what up, gangster?" What?
So you don't like that?
No. The females are supposed to be soft. They shouldn't be out here acting like dudes. They out here they dressing with sweatsuits on and Timberland boots, and you got to remember they a little bit too more on the aggressive side.
You want them to wear heels all the time and skirts?
No, I'm saying if we're going on a first date, you can wear a pair of nice jeans and a little nice hoodie if
Oh,
you
you
want
mean
to
first
and
date?
all
That's
that.
what they wear on the first date.
Yeah, this is first date we talking
Oh,
about. We talking about red flags and stuff. But if you comfortable, you want to wear a little pink sweatsuit. No, these girls is out here. They wearing the Mary sweatsuits and they out here looking like dudes. They out here. They really out here looking like him.
You
They
sure they're
very
not
aggressive.
lesbians?
No, they don't be lesbians. They be straight.
That's
They
what
be
I
yo
was
look.
thinking.
Look. Listen. Let me ask you a question. Y'all all females. When you put your construction boots on, or if you put your boots on, should your boots be laced, or
Okay,
do
when
you
I used to
unlace
wear
them?
constructs, I
Not if
used
they
to
Tim's.
right. I used to like tie it like how you put like a little knot on the end so it don't come
Yeah.
out.
Yes,
I
you
used to do
loose
that.
fit
That's
it.
the style.
Exactly. Okay, so see, that's the style. See, now you got girls who's fully unlacing them like dudes. You know the difference between a female and a dude. Y'all lace them, but y'all don't tie them fully.
That style you're talking about is just jailhouse rock. That's just throwing your joints on and trying to make it through the day. That's raunchy.
No. But I'm telling you, man, these girls out here, man, they different. They out here, they wear phone posits.
Nah,
David,
that
wait.
ain't cool.
Red
That's the
flag.
conversation.
If I
But
meet you, you got phone posits on the first date. Red flag.
that's a difficult. Thank you, Damien. Thank you. Thank
Red
you.
flag.
But I do feel the part about the breath. Like, you know what they always
Yeah,
if somebody offer
definitely.
you gum, never turn it down. Because
Yeah.
it's a message. You know what I mean? Like, if people offer me gum, I'm like, what you trying to say? They're like, no, we just ate. I'm like, oh, I know. Okay, I'll take it. Never turn down gum.
I
Because
always carry mints in my bag. Peppermint. Big
yes,
peppermint ball. Yep.
yes.
I hate dirty nails too.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Dirty nails.
Men and women. That's a good one. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Everything is just a red flag.
No,
I
it's not.
hate. I
Like
got
I
a
said,
problem with when you first meet somebody and they got to borrow money.
That's a
oh, what's
major red flag.
oh
Let me
no,
tell
that's
you
different.
something.
No,
Oh,
no,
good
no.
Lord, that's terrible.
Wait, Damien, let me tell you this real quick.
Sweet Jesus.
So, I be bartending and I met this person one time and this girl was like, I was coming to the shift and she was getting off the shift and she like, let me tell you something about this guy. He's gonna ask to borrow money from you. Don't give him the money. He's gonna tell you his life story and then out of nowhere he gonna need money. Don't give him the money.
Do the
So I'm the
talking
type of
to me.
person. What, Damien?
Oh, sorry, y'all.
Mute. Tweety, mute him. I can't mute him.
I'm doing
I
it.
got it. I'm muted now.
Okay, thank you. So listen. So I'm the type of person like when somebody tells me about somebody, I kind of wanna like fill them out myself. You know what I mean? I want to fill them out. Give them a fair chance. Give them a fair chance because they could have had an argument or something could have went bad between them two. You know?
Mhm.
So we doing a gig. Everything is good. Everything is good. So now the gig is supposed to end at like 5:30, but it ended up ending earlier. And the way it works, you're supposed to still get paid for your full gig.
Mhm.
But she was like, oh, I'm sure y'all can leave now and I'm gonna clock out at the regular time so you get the full money. So the guy was like, no, I don't have no money. I don't have no money. He was like, I need to clock out. 'Cause when you clock out, you get paid instantly. But she wasn't trying to clock us out until 2 hours and a half later so as to get the full money. He's like, no, I need to clock out now. I don't got the money. So okay, you can clock out now, but you're not gonna get the full money. And he's like, no, I need the full money. Which one is it? You know what I'm saying? He like, so he's sitting there talking. I'm waiting to go to the bathroom. He's sitting there talking like, yeah, but I came here, barely rolled out of bed, didn't wash up. I need the money. So I'm like, that was my cue. I went to the bathroom and I went through the back door and I left because I know he was about to say, can you give me money to get home? And after the girl told me, like I said, I didn't want to believe it. But then look, out of nowhere, the shift is ending and now you don't have no money. Like, and then he was talking to me during the shift. First, he was real close to me talking to me. And he was like how he didn't wash up, he didn't brush his teeth.
What?
And I'm like, what? He like, yeah, I ain't want to afford to be late and then get sent home. I really want to come here, but you could at least brush your teeth. Like you could at least have brushed your teeth. And the thing about if you wasn't gonna brush your teeth, why you told me? And you're talking this close to me. You know what I'm saying? You're talking this close to me. It's like there's no space or opportunity. Like you need to back up. You're talking about some complaining to like, I need money. I just left. I left and then I never seen that girl again, but I seen him again and he acted like he didn't see me. I was like, He mad because I probably didn't lend him the money. Red flag.
Wow.
Red flag. I had to tell you that. I had to go to story time real quick. But anybody else got some red flags because
It's 9:50, guys.
oh my 9:50 already? Why the show be going? Damien, turn your camera off. Tweety, cut his camera off. Because I don't know where he at. Tweety, cut his camera off. I think he in the bathroom. He doing too much. Cut him off. Okay? But it's 9:50. We made it. I didn't think we was make it. Me and Tweety joined the show first, and we was like, wait, where everybody at? But y'all showed up and y'all showed out. We appreciate you guys. But any last red flags before we close out?
Yeah, I have one more red flag.
Hey, Angie. Who else unmuted besides Angie? Okay, go, Angie.
Someone who doesn't drink water.
They not even human.
They say water is
That's
nasty.
a Mr.
All
Musk
they can drink is
relative.
juice or soda. Red flag.
Oh my God, that's beyond. You need to report that person.
The new red flags is the broke females.
Oh,
All
well, there's a
females.
lot of red flags.
There's
Broke
a
dudes.
lot of broke females out here. They sit here. They. I told you one time I went out. I was outside by myself minding my business. The girl said because of the way I was dressed that day, she see a little designer. She like, oh, I know you buying me a drink, bitch. No, I'm not.
All right, David.
Good night.
Right.
There's a lot of broke dudes out there too. We just
Oh
talked
no, they
about that.
broke.
Exactly, Mundo, that can't even buy the drink. So, chop that one.
Yeah, waiting for a sugar mama to come buy him a drink. Yeah, he ain't that cute.
Yes. It is almost time. So anybody want to go besides Damien? Because
if not, I'm gonna do quote of the week and then we're gonna wrap it up.
But I do want to say this quote that was on my tee. Oh, yeah, I can't see it.
So say it.
It says, difficult roads always lead to beautiful destinations. That has nothing to do with red flags, but I just thought that was something I should share. Sweetie, I hope your quote of the week.
No, don't hope nothing. Just appreciate it and love it. What you mean you hope?
I just want to say, guys, thank y'all for another great show. I really enjoyed it. So it was cool.
Thank you. Thank you for coming on.
Yes,
Absolutely.
thank you everybody, because we was here by ourselves. We was like, what happened? Where are people at?
No way.
But we have faith that y'all was gonna come on. So it was another great show. I wish we could talk about, like I said, we could go on and on about red flags. We should have talked about green flags. We should have talked about something that kind of get you right away. But then after they get you right away with the green flags, out of nowhere they start showing their true colors after they already wrote you in. That's another topic for another day. But yes, go ahead, sweetie. Quote of the week.
So I was gonna say a quote that I feel like is, of course, with this, but Lisa sent me something just now. And I like it. She goes, well, he goes, because it's by Marley. If she's amazing, she won't be easy. If she's easy, she won't be amazing. If she's worth it, you won't give up. If you give up, you're not worthy. Truth is, everybody's going to hurt you. You just got to find the ones worth suffering for. And I love that because it does wrap it up. It sums it up. And I love that.
Rastafari. I like that one.
I love that one.
Much.
I do too. Yeah, that wrapped up the red flag thing because everybody's got something. We all have.
That's right.
But you got to find the one that's worth dealing with.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
And understand they dealing with you too.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Because I know I got red flags. I'm a walking red flag. So
exactly.
I know I'm a lot. I'm a lot, but it take a lot of a man to deal with a lot.
Exactly. It works both ways. And I feel once you have that understanding, it's a smooth sailing.
I make it easier on everybody. I just leave you all alone. I make it easier on everybody because I'm a lot. I know.
Mom, please.
Yes, I'm a lot, and I feel like once somebody told me I was too much, I'm like,
I'm always a lot.
You're too little. You're too little. Don't tell me I'm too much.
Right. When somebody tell me I'm doing too much, I say I'm not doing enough. I feel like I'm not doing enough. What do you mean I'm too much?
Exactly.
I just wanted to also add to that, that it's important that it's Aunt Lisa, by the way. You guys are doing wonderful. I love you both. I think it's important that as women that we have a tendency to have a checklist of the men that we want in our lives, and we pray for that man. But it's also important that we be the man that we want to be, the women that those men are also praying for. So always check yourself.
That was beautiful. Absolutely.
Yes.
Check yourself, right?
Yes. That was I feel like everything tied in two. I feel like everything really came complete circle, and I appreciate you guys so much. A great show, and the comments say great show. Thank you.
Thank you, Aisha.
I cannot wait to next week. So make sure I come back next week. Okay, because next week is going to be like the last week before we take a 2-week break. So please come back next week, because I thought we got a 2-week break and then we'll be back. So come back next week. We don't have a topic yet. If you have any topics, you can always write us, message us, let us know what y'all want to talk about, and we'll talk about it because we're here for you. We're going to try to go Instagram Live. Instagram Live have not been working out for us, and I want to see how this do look on Instagram Live. So we're going to go to Instagram Live, and if y'all come, she might be on my head. So yes, so come to Instagram Live. Tweety, that was a great quote from Lisa, but I'm curious to know, what was your quote?
All right, so I'll say it. The red flags you ignore in the beginning will be the reason why you'll be unhappy in a relationship. They will also be the reason it eventually ends.
Damn,
I don't know if I agree with that.
that was kind of like harsh. And why would you bring it here if you don't agree?
Anyways, listen. And
But-
as always, tell everyone about us.
Yes, thank you, Alisa. That quote was better. Okay, that quote was better. Thank you. Tweety working on it. Come to Instagram Live. If not, have a great night. Come back next week. We love you guys. Come back next week. Bye, guys.
Good night.
It's not a podcast. It's not even a talk show. It's an experience. So sit back, relax, and embrace. You know what I'm saying? Love.